Hola and bienvenidos to Aero Nicely News. Today is Friday, May 7th, 2021. My name is Lenny Hernandez, and I hope that you're ready for some fun and excitement because this episode is bursting at the seams with joyous stories. We have more 100-year-plus birthdays, Autism Awareness Month events, a community Kentucky Derby, a prestigious award for a community, and we're celebrating Nurses Week. Yes, all of that in one episode. Welcome to Aero Nicely News. Our first story of the day celebrates two elegant ladies who are marking big birthdays this week. We would like to wish a happy 101st birthday to Velma. Happy birthday to you. Yeah! We got to know Velma a little bit last year when she turned 100, and she is just as charming and lovely as ever. And we would also like to extend a very happy birthday to Violet, who is turning a very impressive 104 years old. Both of these glamorous women reside at the Boulevard Senior Living in St. Charles, and with all of the 100-year-olds recently living there, we have to start wondering, is there something in the water? Maybe like a fountain of youth of some sort? Well, but for now, happy birthday Velma and to Violet. Here's to another go around the sun. Hee-haw. Here's to it. Our next story of the day is about Autism Awareness Month. And throughout April, Aero Senior Living communities held events to educate, inspire, and raise funds. Vitalia Senior Residences, Strongsville in Ohio, made some beautiful heart-shaped wreaths that featured puzzle pieces, the symbol for autism. The residents made the wreaths that they then sold with the proceeds going to a local school for autistic children. Then, both Carriage Court in Hilliard, Ohio, and Chestnut Hill in Columbus, Ohio, jammed out in a very special way by having silent discos. To those watching, the entire event would seem to be soundless, but in actuality, everyone is listening to their own music at their own volume through headphones. This allows everyone to feel comfortable and reduces overstimulation, which many of those with autism are sensitive to. This is something that everyone can easily do. So please, throw a silent disco with your friends, and no one needs to know that you're getting down to some Yanni. Whether you know it or not, we're pretty sure that you love somebody who's on the spectrum. So go show them some love. And now we are off to the races. The Wildwood Senior Living in Joplin, Missouri held a pretty unique Kentucky Derby where the residents themselves were the racers. Don't worry, we didn't have them sprinting across the parking lot at top speed. Well, you know, not exactly. No, the racers were partnered with a dice roller who threw the dice and determined the number of pre-drawn lines they moved forward across on the ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2.
And even though it wasn't as fast as the actual Kentucky Derby, it was just as thrilling. And everybody had a fantastic time racing and cheering on their neighbors. We did have to bust up an underground gambling ring, though, that sprung up out of nowhere. But you know what? We let everybody off the hook with just a little slap on the wrist. Ow. That hurt a lot more than I thought it would. Our next story of the day takes us back to the Boulevard Senior Living in St. Charles. Why? Because they received the prestigious Grow St. Charles Award from the city. The award is given to a business that has proven to be a vital and outstanding addition to their city. And as part of the award, the community was featured in a beautiful piece that shined a spotlight on the joys that the Boulevard brings to its residents and its staff.
It's like having 160 extra grandparents and then 100 friends that work here too. So in general, I've never heard of another company that has a focus group of residents who can give input on marketing materials and things we send out to people. And just being able to give them a voice, I think that's really the most innovative thing I've heard of in this field.
So be sure to check out the full video where you can see some friends of mine, Troy and Rachel, as well as some lovely residents like Gail, Shirley, and Jim. The video was played at an awards luncheon where the Boulevard was presented with a custom award from a local artist. Congratulations to the Boulevard for receiving this award. I mean, it's about darn time if you ask me. Y'all are doing some great work over there and keep it up. I don't know why I dropped into this accent, but I'm just gonna lean right into it. Keep it up, y'all over there at the Boulevard. I heart y'all. Boom, boom. And finally, our last story of the day is all about the backbone of our healthcare system. That's right, the nurses. Nurses Week kicked off yesterday, May 6th, and will run through May 12th. It is a week dedicated to the hardworking, all too often unsung heroes, nurses. We have many nurses who work in our communities, as well as a fair number of residents who used to work as nurses. And Arrow is taking this week as an opportunity to really show them how much we love them. If you head over to the Facebook pages of our communities, you will see a post a day featuring one of our beloved nurses. It will either be a picture accompanied by some advice for others who may want to be a nurse, or it will be a video featuring the nurse themselves. We here love our nurses and would not function without them. Not just in our communities, seriously, but as a society. Everything would come to a halting, grinding stop without them. And this is not an exaggeration, as we have learned from this last year. So a monstrous thank you to our amazing nurses and to all of the amazing nurses out there. We love you and we appreciate you. Please, 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 please know that you are inspiring others. So keep doing what you're doing. And to those of you at home, go outside right now and thank a nurse. Go. And then come back in and head over to our Facebook pages and check out our shout outs to our nurses. Well, everybody, that'll do it for this episode of Arrow Nicely News. And we are super excited and super thrilled about all of the positive stories that we're able to share with you today. And we are looking forward to having a great weekend and then coming back next week to share even more positive stories with you then. Well, for Arrow Nicely News, I'm Lenny Hernandez.